Okay, well, we start again. Another lovely session of recording of these. Just doing the audio, and then I can then in my own time do drawings, which I will probably do. Yeah, I want to get this done by the end of the year, which is going to be great. When this does come out, of course, saying when the things come out and not knowing when they're going to come out, it's different. It's not fun. But we are on page 27 of 57, so maybe it's going to take some time to get all the audio done first. But once that's done, oops, I touched the thing. But once that's done, I will be doing art, more drawings and stuff, and that will, it'll be much easier with the audio done, because that's 200% basically, so there's 400%. I need to get 200%. 200 out of 400 basically. If we get the audio sorted, completed. If you hear any work related noise like construction, I have no control of that, so it's just going to be like that. So I'm just going to be cooking up Butterfly. So let us start a new image to look at, of course. Right, from episode 4. Episode 5, are we going to do episode 5? Yeah, I think we're going to not worry about point episodes, because I want to get through as much as I can. So, yes. Okay. The sound rain heavy on the wood of the tree and sealed planks. Then thunder echoes in the distance. A storm. The people in the bar area small. About 4 others who were resting to somewhere here for Philo. Other locals who seek breakfast instead of using their own resources. Works who keep maintaining the Silverthorn. One of a fellow Invictus got up and head over to talk to Voltgar. This is in the morning, by the way. Is it true you removed the plague? What's your name? Silver, yes. With some help I cleansed the plague from the lands. He responds now, looking at the figure. Well done, thank you. My children will be safe, and our town will be relieved. Have a good day. The worker left the building, Voltgar confused but happy to help. The others also giving nod as they depart from the inn to their daily workload. Soon the bar empty, so Voltgar went up back to the room to rest a little as a meditation. The head steaming as social battery depleted from Fleo interactions and strangers. Resting, the rain and thunder echoing in the distance as fades to once again back to Kingdom to monitor. By lunchtime the light little dimmer of the sun, but still the rain continued. However, the thunder ended as the storm coming to at the end. Finally, the door knocked on his room, as the bags of rations dropped off and ready for the morning trip, containers holding the food and refresh of their ingredients also. Parchments or mail also left to read.
Dear Silver, your brother Igos II, I have risen up the ranks of the Orange Plants. I am now a captain of the River Strike Force, RSF. Many combats of conflict within the city-state had led me to their borders with conflict. I hope you're doing well in your outcast of the family. I will always will always see you as the last member, and if we meet I will treat you as just a recruit. Are you trying to outshine me? Your name echoing across the continent as if my name, the second, means nothing to these elites. Nobility where the fame is your presence is fleeting. Your sincere brother, Igos II.
Safely thrown out the window, emotional abuse, neglect of care striking into the peace of mind and body of Voltgar, who tremors holding the letter. Why do they cause me? What have I ever done to those two? One day they will just be a memory, a distant echo of thunder. Voltgar shreds the page and finds an urn of flame and burnt it. Mind rushing, head thumping, embarrassment, expectations of calm, sweet memory of yesterday left ruin as past flies in and smacks him, heart beating, sweating, starting from all edges of the body. Overthinking begins to devour the mind, losing his connection with the kingdom once more, unknown what to do, stuck in 2 feet. Just in a small side room close by. And then fear came over, smiling. "2 feet, yeah, suddenly. Voltgar is now downstairs. "Hey, Buttercup, you got space for 2? She walks behind as a bird-like creature, humanoid with brown and white and loose body, with a nice quartz beak, also behind Fleo. The words from outside not able to reach the thumping in the ears. "Hey, Silver, you okay?" As she looks distant and feeling something off, turning past him, turned to face Voltgar and seeing the panic within his body and mind.
Do Invictus always have a freeze mode?
Cribby speaking common. Not naturally. Usually after a lot of trauma, we develop survival instincts to deal with another attempt of abuse, so our body thinks it's safe. This happens especially when it's constant struggle. Voltgar, can you hear me? The stare contest continues until he finally sees that there is someone in the room, with difficulty turning to them, with difficulty, mind drowning out the words and with such eerie sound. Soon, though, he starts to regulate the breath and the breath. again. It's hard to breathe. I haven't had this attack for so long. Pointing at smoky hearth, parchment finally gone, and a letter from a toxic brother who's still blaming me for his own insecurities, hate that they both just don't leave me alone. I just want to keep moving away from them. One day they will be memory that I forgot, and have a new people that raise me up instead of break me down. He starts to continue the breathing of using the 4-second box method teach by the master in the monastery for when things got too much. Continuing in the head. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then repeat.
That dick has no power over you. They have no right to continue to abuse you away from afar. Just like when you are in your own past. You are loved, Voltgar. You will heal inside, and you will find these people who will grow around you together.
They both held each other then with touch, hugging, the tears rolling a little bit, and finally the breathing stabilized, and soon they went to the table to talk.
That was interesting. You two know each other?
Cribbly longingly with a childish-like eyes of a bird could have that. Yes and no, just met after claiming my quest from the request board.
You okay, Voltgar? You're stuck.
Yes, thank you. It gets this bad sometimes, and I lose sight of how to soothe myself and grounding. Yes, what we did was wrong. All I can do is burn it and move on.
That's good. Protect your peace. Well, I've been told by Cribby that the journey a little bumpy, so making it easier paint for a carriage to make travel better. We're renting it. We will need to get to Oakley in one piece as they have stationed that part of the process. Rent for the journey. They repeat the process, and then we don't have to worry when we arrive to store it. It's not ours, but still they have flexibility in how and when we get there.
They demand 35 pieces of cheap. Expensive, just, you know.
That would reduce the journey by 4 days. That's great, thank you.
I have already placed all belongings on the cart. The horses is resting, and we will be leaving in the morning.
Thanks, Cribby. Here.
Places a small clump of meaty pips that Cribby gladly starts pecking it slowly with glee. If a mouth could smile, it felt it. Soon the afternoon, leading to evening again, they talk briefly before moving off to refresh in the accommodations and facilities, leading to a nice feast at the end of the day. The morning cold as the clouds empty, the small sun giving little warmth, feeling breath in the air. The clouds prepare thin keeping the sun dim. Soon the three gathered at one stables, looking at the large-ish horse, a Frisian breed of orange felts, being described as good driving vehicle. Name Sedium.
The horse Sodium. There is 3 rations haze and other forms of food for the animal. You got to keep the distance pretty small, as the strain is bad for the horse. You also need to make sure the strips are removed before and after starting again. It can leave damage on the back. Other than that, and the water the horse should get you there. Thank God these lands are not filled with elven or orcish packs. Wouldn't see the horse dead. Good luck, adventurers, and Fleo, the bard.
A member of the Horse and Cart Co. The slumped bit chested with muscle and top carving part of the body, and warmer cloths below waist where boots looked like being used to near end, walking off. Well, let's get Sodium on a cart. Let's begin. So they all three, with instructions from the manual that went with the cart, helped them navigate the straps and movements to attach. Horse Sodium seemed very calm with this, as if used to doing this now and again. So 2 hours later, Voltgar left his room, giving the keys to the bar team, and headed out with a backpack of rations. Navigating with help of Cribby, it was smooth, only road was torn with some earth, mostly open green, a little muddy from dew. But at the end of the second day, they arrived at the Well Hound. Nearby, the construction made of weaving of 2 trees is wood carvings of wolf dog creatures, very delicate, and some images of them more lighter were seams, the colouring being around it eroded. Going up to the well, that about 20 foot by 20 foot hands were the part on the dogs, a chain still rather than traditional elven rope. Invictus changes the lands very quickly. The change down the bucket can't see. We'll start hosting. You okay with Sodium? Voltgar explains to Theo, moving the crank and slowly train on the well rising. The well has a lid on the top part, the elven structure, keeping out rain, water contaminating the water below. Soon the chain reaches the top, and in place, it's not a bucket as such, more of a bowl of clay, larger than the bucket should be. It's filled with water, a little lime green from a bit of algae, yet the water seems to feel and smell normal. Moving the water to a little container to test it, placing a finger in and tasting, a little weird, meaning the water most likely not safe to use. The algae probably bloomed in the warmth, making it distorted. With a quick trick of looking into meditation, Voltgar rested by the side of the well, waiting to see if he can see the lime green particles appear, making clear that the water is in fact toxic when it's last and will it be usable. After 30 seconds of of Filio sitting next to him, the horse strolling around, the bird still on the tree watching, the reins detached from the beast.
What are you doing?
I'm looking to identify if the water is safe to replenish our supply of water.
That's a neat trick. How long did it take you to learn that?
It was part of my martial arts training. Took years for weak diseases and 15 years to finally see more devastating plagues. It took that long because I was metal bending training at the same time.
So you must be old then.
My age is private, but then again, it's just a number. I look like 25-year-old that feels young, a physical 38 and mentally 43. The martial arts help reduce the age of the individual, not many years, but still a lot to take to make them live longer than others. In the age anyway, life can end as fast as a bolt of an arrow.
You're a mystery. But damn, you're older than me by years. 34. I am. Look 28, but bards use a lot of makeup to keep the entertainment going. Shame we all have to wear a mask. Why can't we all just get along without contradicting and shaming?
Rhetorical?
Yeah. So is the water safe?
Yes, the water's safe. No infections to us or sodium. Here, I'll start filling. Voltgar got up from the slouched pose and started filling his water skins, washing them out and rinsing, soon placing the bowl back down for Filio's containers. Then they both started to carry large buckets of water to place next to the beast. With time it went to it and started lipping it up. You can't force horses to drink. We are 4 days before arriving next water station. However, our food store's running low. We need to hunt tonight to allow the supplies to get us to Oakley. You able to stomach a rabbit or something?
I'm able to the blood and gore, maybe not. What about foraging? Do we need the meat for the next leg? Berries?
Well, that's an option. These woods are not that populated by such things, too dense, and landscapes more grassland. Don't have resources to cut and grind into flour.
I don't mind skipping meal just to get by.
You really don't want to hurt another animal to live. That's fair. When all food got from an inn or others who done the process, it's hard to do the same, but one day you'll realize the crucial life we have to eat so that we can get eaten.
I don't want to get eaten. I like to live, please.
I mean, we eventually have to fade away, and our remains will be eaten for the next growth of life to process.
I see, so in the end it's okay to eat animals because one day our body will be plant that will be eaten for the next generations. Doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, when laid out, it makes it easier to continue. Too much overthinking basic survival can lead to more sources of issues. Nonetheless, we have 5 hours to spare before the sun falls. Would you like help setting up a trap?
I'm not going to hunt. I gather some herbs and plants that I can identify while you do the man tasks.
For you, it's not a masculine or feminine for animal to need to eat. So with that, they both moved off and started to find locations for gathering in the thickets of the woods. The cart safely watched by bird prey and horse happy with water. Time passing, they both walked back to the cart before heading into the dark. Suddenly, in the distance, light purple glow close to the path that the road turns to. There, large boulders blocking the road path, less civilized construction than stone road. And with that, episode 5 is finished. And let me just double check. And that was now on page 32. Hope you enjoyed and goodbye.